boys of Miss New Jersey to the kitchen.
Yes.
We welcome our Chow BELLA editor, Miss Ceylone Boothe. How are you?
I am excellent, thank you.
So I have to tell you, first of all, Jen and I.
Who looks like this when they cook?
Well, Jen and I came from a workout.
And y'all look great. Y'all look great.
And it's a perfect segue to walk into the kitchen, because now it's time to nourish our bodies. And with this amazing recipe that you included in our summer issue, can you tell us a little bit about what all of this is? I mean, we can't wait to dig in.
Okay, it's so good and so easy, and I'm all about easy. And you know, it's fresh food from the sea, and what could be better than that? So this is a lobster boil, and what it is a bunch of seafood, some kielbasa sausage, red potatoes, sweet corn, everything that Jersey is known for. And we just put this in a big pot of boiling water and chicken broth. And there's scallops in there, just a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
And let that boil. I layer it so that the harder things to cook is going first. Easier going last. And then it makes it.
That's a great trick. If you're someone like me, I put everything in the pot.
So this all goes in together.
It all goes in together. And this is a one pot deal.
That's
so
amazing.
Isn't that
That's so easy.
so easy? And it's impressive. If you're having a big family function, you get all this stuff, put it in one pot. It's easy for you. You can spend more time with the family. You put it on the table, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, seafood!"
It looks like you slaved for hours.
Hours and hours and hours, and it's so good. Now, the one thing that we do use a lot of is seafood seasoning. And that's it. I'm not putting anything else in there but the seafood seasoning, but I put a lot.
Well, I cannot wait to get started, and I cannot wait to delve in after.
Okay, let's do this.
Let's get started.
Yes. Okay, so what we're gonna do first is what I love to do. This is a trick of the trade. Heat your pot up. A lot of people just throw this stuff in. That's why it tastes uneven. Heat your pot up first.
Oh, that's a great trick.
So heat your pot up first. Let it get nice and hot, and then I'm gonna add some things that's gonna just make this yummy and delicious. So first, I'm gonna do some extra virgin olive oil. I'm just gonna coat the bottom of the pot. You know, a little bit more than and then I'm gonna kill myself too. Then I'm going to add some butter.
And that looks like
just
to taste.
Yeah, exactly.
Is it to taste or is it to taste?
Yes, 2 slabs.
And just so everyone knows, the complete recipe is in our summer issue, so you can always get the copy and see it.
Yes, what you have
in print or online. Yes, you can get the exact ingredients for this. Yes.
Then some cloves of garlic, and like you said, to taste, because it depends on how much.
I like a lot of garlic.
I love a lot of garlic. So then I'm gonna put my garlic in. And then I'm going to just toast that all up.
It already smells good.
I wish you could all smell this. This is like, I could literally eat just roasted garlic like this, like all day.
And with the seafood, though it's toasted, I let it get a little bit brown. You don't want to get it too brown, because then it starts tasting bitter. So you just want to have it a little bit brown and then start.
These are all things I did not know.
Good to know.
Who knew?
My mother went to culinary school, taught me all this.
Oh my gosh. Well, my mom is a chef, and she would be ashamed listening to me talk about this right now. She's like, really? Really? But
we're learning. That's why we're here.
Now I'm going to add some chicken broth.
Awesome.
Yummy, yummy, yummy.
That taste, that sound, always like...
It gets you excited, right? I'm excited about the sound.
Amazing.
Yeah, just some chicken broth. Again, the recipe is in the Bella magazine, Chow BELLA part, and so that you'll know how much we're really using. But I'm doing it to taste because of the amount of seafood that I'm doing today. And then I'm going to add my water. A lot of water. You want that water to be almost, not quite to the top, because you're going to put the seafood in and it's going to rise. So almost to the top. I'm going to put in more water. And then we're going to let that boil, which is why it's a seafood boil. While that is boiling, I am going to season up the seafood.
Perfect. Okay, so we're going to season the seafood now.
So now we're seasoning seafood. So you don't have to put everything in. I'm going to put in the shrimp and scallops. I am going to put in my Dungeness crab and my king crab. You'll have a crab combo today. I only use Dungeness in the other recipe, but I put a little bit of king crab in there too.
I wouldn't know the difference, because I don't seafood. I have to be honest. Like I am a fish and shrimp girl.
Oh, For those who don't know,
That's
this
about
is
it.
a king crab leg and this is a Dungeness crab leg. The
Okay.
Dungeness are usually short and stubby and fat, and the kings are long and big. So, yeah,
I love
so
king crab.
I love
Just
king
like
crab.
crab legs.
And they're easy to crack. They're not like slow
Yes,
crabs. They're so
exactly.
good.
They're so good. So I just throw up this, and I'm going to add just, I'm going to just layer this, and then I'll add the lobster and then also layer it, of course. And then you're going to put a
Oh,
lot.
yeah.
You're going to do a lot. I'm talking about a lot. You want. This is what the seafood boil is all about.
Describe this. I mean, and I know we're gonna get a taste of it later, but this is mostly what?
Old Bay.
Just spices, right?
Yeah, it's just spices. And Old Bay is just, when you taste it once, you know what I can't even describe
I
what
know.
it is. It is if you went to Maryland and had crabs,
Okay.
if you were in the South and you had crabs,
It's Old Bay.
or it's Old Bay.
It's the best.
It's Old Bay all day. Like they put it on everything.
Okay.
And to me, seafood doesn't taste like seafood without
Old
Old
Bay.
Bay. Yeah,
Huh.
it's-
Have you never had Old Bay?
I have not. I
Oh.
put Old Bay
And you
noodles.
probably, well, you don't eat crab too much, so.
You're gonna put it on everything. I love Old Bay.
Well, that's like Slap Your Mama from
Yes.
Louisiana.
Yeah,
I love it. The thing with seafood, and this is something that maybe we should just share, is the quick, like
It's
if it's
so
fresh,
quick.
it cooks right away.
It
So
cooks
it's not
right
something that you
away.
actually, I mean, do you really marinate fish?
You can, but you don't have to.
Okay.
You
Okay.
do not have to.
Okay.
Yeah. And it depends on what you're making, but something like this, you're just seasoning this up and leaving it, and while the water is boiling,
Yeah.
you may put it in the refrigerator just to set.
Okay.
But yeah, I could have, like, if the water was already boiled, just throw it right in the pot.
Okay.
Yeah. So I just did the seafood part. I don't have to season the clams. You can if you want to, because everything is gonna be in that pot. So
Soak
it's
it up.
gonna soak up the yummy goodness of the Old Bay. So we're all seasoned. I'm gonna put it in the refrigerator while the water is boiling.
Amazing.
Okay, so now I am going to just chop my kielbasa sausage. Now, a little fun fact about me, I don't eat pork. So this is turkey kielbasa. But all the meat products I normally buy are either chicken or turkey. They're lower in fat and all that good stuff. But with this is fully cooked. So we
Okay.
can put this in towards the end of our boil. But
Okay.
now I just cut it up in, pieces, so it's easy and fun to eat.
Yeah.
My little chop them. See, little pieces like this.
Yeah.
And we just cut that up. And we're gonna put this nice, and it's just so good, the turkey kielbasa. Kielbasa works best. I tried it once with chorizo, not so great.
Really?
Chorizo is very salty.
Well, and I don't like chorizo either. My
I
husband.
actually like it.
My
but
husband
it's
loves it.
Salty.
It's very salty and I find also very greasy. And I don't know, like I can't deal, and I feel like pork is the same way. Like
Yeah.
you can't shake that taste of pork.
Right,
So
and
this
and
is
I know
interesting.
some dishes
Yeah.
with pork, you need it. That's
No,
like,
for sure.
you
Yeah,
need
yeah,
it. The chorizo I usually eat is chicken chorizo.
Okay.
And it's really good,
Huh.
but it is salty. But it's
You
good.
have opened up my world today.
Yeah.
Like I'm so excited to like even tell my husband that
Yeah,
I need
there's
to explore.
chicken
Yeah, I had
chorizo.
no idea.
And I would see all these recipes on the Food Network that call for chorizo,
Uh-huh.
and I would be like, oh, I would love to taste it, but then I found chicken chorizo at Whole Foods,
What?
and I was like, yes,
Okay,
there's a
so
chicken.
definitely gonna give that a try
Yeah,
for
and
sure.
it is good. I
Yeah.
just not for this.
My husband and I are both on like this health journey and we're eating healthier and it's I'm always looking for new different things. This seems to be
Yeah, to cut.
because here's the thing, all of these things are like on our able to eat list.
Right.
But when you're mixing it up with all of these other ingredients, it just makes it different and more enjoyable to eat.
Exactly.
And you're still eating something that's actually good for you.
Right, and you have the choice of what you're picking
Correct.
out of the
Yes,
stuff.
yes,
So
yes.
you could have more shrimp or more scallops are great
Yeah.
too when
Yeah.
you're watching what you're eating.
Yeah.
And you can do all of that and leave the sausage and
Yeah.
the more fattier pieces to somebody else. But yeah,
Correct.
that's the one. And but you're still getting the flavor
Of
because it's all in
course.
one pot.
Yeah, for
so
sure.
it's really really good.
No, but this is fascinating. I had no idea that there was turkey kibasas and chicken
Yes.
chorizo. So here we go.
Yes, yeah, and again fully cooked, so it makes it much
Much more easier and
much
faster. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So we're ready to
To boil. Yes. The water is boiling.
Okay.
We're ready to put the seafood in. Now, something I want to say. So I'm going to start with the lobster. Actually, I'm going to start with the potatoes.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to start with the potatoes, and then because the potatoes take the longest to cook, and then I
Okay.
put the corn.
Okay.
Then you put the lobster. We're gonna do clams towards the end because clams just pop right out.
Okay.
But please, 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 wash your clams. Just don't take them out the net and throw them in the thing. We
Yeah.
are not on the beach.
Okay.
Wash your clams. And that's just cold water, running through cold water. That's one thing. Another thing is when you buy clams, if
Okay.
they're opened, you have to toss.
Return-
Yes.
Really?
Okay, yeah, they're not good.
Oh.
So if the clam is already
That's a great
open,
trick, yeah.
you are not to put it into my pot that
Okay.
I made.
Good to know.
Yeah.
Those are good tricks.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, so we're gonna put in some potatoes.
Potatoes going first.
The red, the small red potatoes.
Okay. Potatoes first, corn second, because they
Corn
all
take
these take
a while.
longer.
Yes.
Okay.
And not long, because the potatoes are gonna be roughly al dente.
Actually, these are my favorite potatoes.
Yes, I
Yeah.
love them.
Yeah.
You know,
Love them.
I'm trying not to put too many because I don't want to overfill my pot because I've done that before. And then I'm gonna put in my extra sweet Jersey corn. There's nothing like it.
Oh my gosh.
And I like to get the extra sweet.
So corn, which I'm gonna taste after. 'Cause I can't
Yes.
wait. Yeah.
You put in your potatoes, corn first.
Okay.
Then I'm going to put in my lobster tails. Yum!
Oh my gosh.
And they're
So
going
good.
to cook for about 8 to 10 minutes.
Okay.
And then I will add the crab, and I'm just gonna layer it. It'll be the crab next. It will be, whatever goes next is going next. But
No,
the
perfect.
lobster tails are going in first. Okay, so the lobster was in for 8 minutes. Now the crab legs go in.
This looks amazing.
It's
No,
gonna
I
be
can't
so
wait.
good. So the crab legs go in, and they're gonna be in there for about 5 to 8 minutes
Okay.
themselves.
Okay.
And this is actually the longest part.
Okay.
Once they're done, and I'm putting in the shrimp and the scallops, your dish is practically ready.
Okay.
Okay.
All you gotta do is melt the butter, so that you can drizzle the melted
Oh my
butter.
God.
I'm getting it.
We need to do live cooking demos all the time.
All the time. 100%. I think
Yeah.
that this would be so super cool.
Yes. So we're getting that crab all in there.
I was gonna say that water is gonna come right to the top, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
You measured it perfect.
So now we're at the last
We're
part.
at the tail end. So
Okay.
so you see how this is just bubbling up. It is
So
ready for us.
Amazing.
For
Yeah.
some, seafood goodness. So now I'm gonna just stick in my little extras. My kielbasa sausage will go in there.
I'm definitely gonna eat those.
And all of this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that goes in. And then my shrimp. Shrimp takes
Your
maybe,
favorite, Jen.
yes,
Okay, love
maybe
shrimp.
3 minutes
Okay.
to cook.
Oh, wow.
Seriously, yeah, it's
Okay.
really quick. And
I do
then-
feel like people tend to overcook seafood.
They do.
And it's so.
And if you're
It's
sauteing
tough.
shrimp,
Yeah.
as soon as it turns pink, it is done.
It is done.
Yeah,
Really?
as
Okay.
soon as it turns pink, it's
Okay.
done. It's very easy to
Yeah.
overcook a shrimp.
Yeah.
I always get nervous I'm gonna undercook something.
Yeah.
I don't worry about that with shrimp too much because we.
Well, we eat sushi too.
Yes,
at home.
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
and I have a
yeah.
tendency to think that that's kind of similar, but there are certain things that you have to be careful with. Like I
Yes.
wouldn't eat
Right.
raw lobster.
No. And then I'm
Yeah.
gonna throw my clams in, and like I said, if they're open, they are to be discarded.
Okay.
Okay.
They're gonna open right up. After I throw everything in here,
Interesting.
I'm gonna put the cover on the pot
Okay.
and let it cook for an additional 3 minutes.
Okay.
Just to make sure everything is nice and done.
Boiled.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna be ready to plate. I'm gonna put it on a big platter. I'm gonna chop some fresh parsley as a garnish.
Ah.
And then I'm going to heat some butter and drizzle the butter all over.
I'm hungry.
Amazing.
You can actually turn your heat off because the water is still hot and it's still cooking.
It is so
Okay.
And then you want to take it out as soon as it's done because it will still cook
Okay.
if you're just leaving it in hot water.
Okay.
Okay?
Good to know.
Oh my God.
So this is the lobster boil. As you can see, it is the clams, the shrimp, the scallop, the crab legs, the lobster. Just so much yummy seafood goodness, and we just also have corn and red potatoes to give us a little bit of and substance.
Oh my God.
And I'm going to just put some lemon
Drizzle
juice.
some lemon.
Yes.
So good. Lemon, garlic, and butter are my favorite.
Yes,
on
isn't it
anything.
great?
Yes.
I don't know if it smells better or looks
Oh
better.
my God, it all looks so delicious.
And then what
I'm
gonna
excited because I've never tried this, so it's great.
I'm also going to drizzle some butter.
Butter
makes
Melted
everything better.
Oh my gosh.
could eat this whole platter by now.
I doubt it.
I would try.
I could. And I have.
Oh my gosh,
And
this is
so
so
this-
good.
And then I'm gonna just sprinkle a little sprigs of chopped parsley on
Yes.
there
Picture perfect.
to make it picture perfect. I'm gonna put some bundles, because if you're serving it, it has to look pretty.
Of course.
Not only taste good,
Yeah.
you want it to be appetizing. And
Oh my god, that looks so delicious. I can't wait to dive in.
So,
Yes.
and you know what goes better with this than French bread? We're about to dig
my God.
in.
To the chef.
The Dominican in me wants to tell you that it goes better with white rice.
I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it. I don't
But
doubt it.
I will take your French bread.
Right.
Yeah.
If you have some white wine, that also goes great with it. It's light, but it's filling, and this is sure to please anyone that you put in front of this.
I cannot thank you enough for walking us through this incredible recipe. I know I can't wait to jump in. How about you, Jen?
I am so ready to dig into this. Thank you. Hats
You're
off to
welcome.
the chef.
Oh, thank you so much,
Thank you
Ann.
so much, Falange. Can't wait till our next adventure in the kitchen with you.
I can't wait too. So I have some special things coming up for fall. So we'll see.
Amazing. Thank you.
Alrighty. Thank you for having me.
Until next time, guys.
Bye.